Let's bring in Democrat from California, Senator Adam Schiff. Senator, the reason the United States is the envy of the world is because we have trusted economic data. It's because we have an independent central bank, and it's because we respect the rule of law. When that trifecta is put in question, it could send our economy and the respect we have from the rest of the world spiraling. What is your reaction to what happened today?
Well, I think that's exactly right. And I think we're already seeing that reflected in the job numbers. These are the worst 3 consecutive months, basically stagnant job growth, the worst since the pandemic. And if you go before the pandemic, the worst since the Great Recession. And what is Donald Trump's response? Let's fire the person who tells the truth to the American people about the jobs numbers so that we can put someone else there who will lie on the president's behalf. Look, these tariff wars, tariffs on, tariffs off, have created such uncertainty that employers don't know whether to hire people. They don't know what their costs are going to be. And we haven't even felt the full brunt because Trump keeps pushing the can down the road even further. When those full tariffs are in effect, it's going to further suppress our economic growth and could send us into a recession. But on the good news side of things, Trump just got a third Air Force One. Trump is building a $200 million ballroom at the White House because the one he's got isn't big enough. So his personal economy is doing really well. But for average Americans, their prices are going up. Their job prospects are going down. Our economic growth is not going anywhere. Manufacturing is not coming back. It is leaving. And more of the same is just going to be more hardship for the American people.
Sir, we know that President Trump is a showman. It's what he does. But we are talking about trust in economic data, trust in the U.S. government. When the likes of Argentina and Greece faked economic data, those moves led to major crises in those countries. Could that happen here in the United States? What are our checks and balances? We saw the president make this move today. Who knows who he's going to put in that seat? Who knows what information they're going to put out?
Well, that's exactly right. And this person that he just said he wants to fire was confirmed in an overwhelming bipartisan vote. So what's going to happen now? Is he going to put someone there who's just going to tell the public what Donald Trump wants to have the American people hear, regardless of the truth? And are Republicans prepared to confirm such a person? Sadly, we have seen over and over again with the most unfit nominees that, yes, they're all too willing to confirm whoever the president wants. But once the country and the world lose confidence in the American economy, once they think we're making the numbers up, once they think we are no longer an ally because we're punishing them as we have been punishing Canada and so many other allies around the world, once they think, investors around the world, that they can't trust investments in the United States because our Justice Department only works for Donald Trump now and he's vindictive and will retaliate personally, then the economy really suffers. Among the most extraordinary of these tariffs the president is imposing is a 50% tariff on Brazil, a country with which we have a positive balance of trade. Now, why is he doing that? Because he wants to support a fellow insurrectionist in Bolsonaro, the former president who's being prosecuted for trying to lead a coup. Is that how American economic policy is going to work now, as a lever to try to export not democracy but some kind of dictatorship? Our standing, sadly, is going to be impacted and is already around the world as people lose confidence in the economic and moral leadership and democratic leadership of the United States of America.
What is it going to mean for our country if we see consequential position after consequential position be filled by Trump loyalists rather than people who are loyal to the United States of America and our Constitution? It was during the transition that his now Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said #1 requirement for any job in this administration is loyalty to President Trump. That wasn't just talk. We're seeing it play out in real time.
Well, that's certainly true. I think what it's going to mean for the American people, among other things, among the hurt they'll feel in the economy, is we'll feel a lot more like Russian citizens where we can't believe anything the government says, where we essentially take the same view of administration officials as Russians take of the Politburo or Pravda. They know they can't believe anything from the state organizations. And it will mean that basically the civil service is eviscerated. We won't have professionals in different agencies. We'll have political hacks. And that is already manifesting itself as they roll out more and more of this Project 2025. Frankly, I don't want to live in a thugocracy, a kleptocracy like Russia. We're going to see our corruption index go up and up and up as our rule of law deteriorates further.
Last question to you, sir. All of these things that the president is doing, he said he was going to do it on the campaign trail. The surprise is how many businesses, organizations, politicians, universities are capitulating.
Oh, it's so true. And this comes as, I think, a great shock to all of us that one after another we see institutions folding. We saw ABC and CBS fold. We saw the the Washington Post and the LA Times fold with its editorial policy. We've seen university after university fold. We've seen law firm after law firm fold. We're seeing our institutions giving way. And unless we find the collective strength to stand up and push back and fight back, there isn't going to be a university left or a lawyer left or anyone left, a media station left willing to take on the administration if the administration can just bring the full force of the American government down on them. So we need to make no mistake about the path we're on. And frankly, what is so dispiriting to those of us in the Congress could put a stop to all of this. To all of this. We have the power to do it, but it will take bipartisanship. And right now, Republicans remain in lockstep with this most destructive of presidents.
Sir, I'm out of time, but then I do have to ask, do you think the president's most recent announcement, firing this woman, do you think this will move the needle for some of your fellow Republicans in Congress to say enough is enough?
Stephanie, every time I've thought, OK, surely now Republicans will be moved to do something, say something, they have disappointed. So I would hope so. But I think, frankly, it's going to take their constituents feeling the pain. And when they get to the point where politically they fear their constituents more than they fear the president, that's what it's going to take for them, I think, to find the courage to stand up to him.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining me. And it might not be taking on the president or the White House. Maybe it's just about telling the truth. I appreciate you joining me this afternoon.